Hey everybody, welcome to Marvel Champions Monthly, a fan podcast about the card game Marvel Champions, and welcome to the welcome to the Champys, MCM's first annual, but I promise this will be annual, award show for Marvel Champions. So we're all feeling pretty good today, and today we are going to discuss and review the community results from our best of best survey for Marvel Champions releases and cards in 2021. So I'm one of your hosts, Kennedy Hawk. We have everybody here today. We've got Crimson. How's it going, Crimson?
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
Awesome. We've got Americano.
I could be doing better based on the Champys.
Well, you don't know all the results yet, so
we'll see. Okay.
We'll see. And we have Ettercop. That's right. You're our fourth person, right?
Don't think about it too hard. Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I'll tell you the joke later. It's funny. So we are here to review the Champys 2021, which is the MCM annual award show, and we will see who takes home the prize and who the best hero and who the best villain from the releases within 2021 were, and who people think the best hero and villain overall are. So just some show news information. There is one other episode we have recorded that's in the queue, and it's going to come out after this one, and that's the Vision pack review. So there will be an MCM challenge at the end of this episode, and they'll kind of go out of order. So the Vision episode challenge is already on the website, but the challenge for this episode is going to be to play with the community's number one hero against the community's number one villain, and we'll let everybody enjoy and bask in the glory of whoever that is. All right, so this is the first show. If you're listening to or watching this, this is the first one. You don't have to go back and try to find the one that was before this. Every January, we're going to put out a poll of the Marvel Champions community, and we're going to try to figure out what everybody's favorite things were from 2022 and where the game stands, and then we'll announce those results in March along with our own opinions. Some categories will show up every year, and some will rotate in and out depending on what was popular within the survey. For purposes of voting, the releases for this year, or for this 2021 award, are from Wasp through War Machine and the Hood. So I know Valkyrie and Vision came out some places, and Wasp and other things came out in some places before 2021, but where we all live, that's what came out. So those are the packs that we're judging amongst. And this year we had 1,073 survey results. So that is awesome. We spammed the link a lot, so I apologize if I spammed it to you too many times, but I'm glad that you participated.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah, really.
These answers wouldn't be nearly as interesting if they were my answers, because they were all not what I thought. So, we're going on to the first category. We have Most Improved. Which hero released before 2021 do you think gained the most from last year's releases, like aspect cards and scenarios? So, we're going to do a round table here and have everybody say who they think improved the most, and then we'll review the community's result. So, Addercop, why don't you go first? I'll remember your name this time.
Awesome. It's got to be my boy Thor. From playing him when he released to playing him now, it's night and day. It's got to be Thor.
Thor. What card do you think helped Thor the most this year?
That's a good question. A lot of cards generating extra card draw obviously helps him out. I think running him in Justice, I think one way or another helped him a ton.
That's a good
point.
Yeah.
Allies like Angela helped him out a lot. It lets him just do more of what he wants to do. Most importantly, reliably.
All right, Crimson, who do you think got helped the most this year?
I'm pretty boring. I'm also going to say Thor.
Same reasons, I suppose, huh?
Yep.
I'll make you go first next.
Yeah, no, just pairing him with Justice is such a sweet thing. With all the card draw, it's really fun.
All right. Americano, who's your pick?
You can skip me because I also chose Thor. And the two so the two cards that I think I love playing Thor Aggression, and the two cards I think that really helped him in Aggression were Angela and Bring It. Just because they let him draw just more cards. And it's not just that drawing cards is good, it's just like Addercop said, it was his reliability. So
yeah, Angela costing 0, like not only does it give him an ally to draw the cards, it costs him nothing, and she's probably going to chump block for him and make it so he doesn't have to take something straight to the face for a turn, which is literally everything that he wants.
Well, I'm really lame, and I didn't pick Thor when I submitted my survey results. I
Unbelievable.
picked, the community will be very proud of me, Miss Marvel, because we got a ton of awesome attack thwart events that go with her. This is when we got multitasking from Scarlet Witch. We got surprise attack, the like attack when you flip card from Wasp. Plus
Yeah,
everything that came in the Guardians wave.
Like the clobber and what?
Yeah,
the other one,
Clobber
the Justin
came
one?
and Impede came and Hard
Yeah,
Knocks came,
Impede.
so she gets attacks and protection. So I went with Ms. Marvel because I thought that the attack and thwart and defense events that came out this year were vastly superior to the ones we've had in the past for her.
I think that's my second choice. I think Miss Marvel is a very close second.
All right, are we ready to reveal the community results?
So
I was
yeah.
supposed to bring an envelope here so I could make envelope opening noises, but we'll do that later. Okay.
Okay.
Just kidding. All right.
Oh, nice.
Well, you were all right. The answer was Thor. 55% of respondents chose Thor. So apparently that was a very obvious answer that I did not see. What I'm doing for all of these is I'm showing like the top 4 choices, and then everything else is clumped in other. So anything that's in other is all the other heroes that were selected, and all of them were under 6%.
I'm just curious how Doctor Strange was improved.
Improved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
was
How do
thinking
you
the
how do
same
you
thing.
get better than perfection, right?
I mean, adding another draw 3 card into his kit is rather sick.
I
Well,
would say
spiritual
Finally.
meditation came out in this slew of cards.
yeah.
And no,
City's pretty good.
it's the draw 3 extra cards.
I would say for me, Spider Woman is a good number 2 because the amount of combinations of different cards she can do is just so cool, and just it's twice as many, or I don't even know the math, but just more than any other player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
and
other hero.
you get more lean options, which are the important part, right? Like Spider-Woman keeping her cost curve down below 2. Like on average, you want 1, so you can play multiples, right?
Yeah, she has a very high ceiling. Very high ceiling, I think.
I thought I'd let everyone know that Hawkeye had 2 votes, and neither of them were from me. So I thought that was very
Neither-
impressive.
So your mom loading the test twice
Yes.
was like really nice. Yeah.
Apparently. She didn't know that it was like a spam. She thought this was a survey she had to fill out or something.
Kennedy Hawk, if we get some sort of like basic arrow, then Hawkeye will be the most improved of 2022 if we can get that this year.
Also, his job will be taken because everybody else can shoot an arrow in the game.
No. No, this
Maybe
was
it
like the
requires a
worst.
bow.
This was the worst year for Hawkeye because actually this year's the year when the quiver nerf came in RRG 1.4, and now you don't get
Yeah.
to see the
I
top
don't even
heroes
know what
anymore.
you're talking about. So just let's move on.
We'll move on. Next category. This category is called Bright Newcomer. Which hero released in 2021 that was your favorite release? So we'll do Crimson first this time.
Spectrum.
Spectrum,
Okay.
eh? Okay.
Yeah, dude, she's my girl. I love versatility, and she has it in abundance.
You need to teach me how to end up in the form I want to end up in, because I'm always in the wrong form. I'm like in the Justice form, and then a minion comes out, and I draw into a bunch of the aggression overkill ones, and I'm like, dang it, I can't get there.
You just got to plan ahead.
Just predict better? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just cheat, and you'll be fine.
Have you
Just-
considered
just-
cheating?
Just use analytics and realize the odds of certain events happening. I mean, sometimes you're wrong, but for the most time, you will be right. And
I'm
you'll be
gonna
in the
call
form
you
want
out.
to be.
I'm going to
I'm
start
gonna
making
call you out.
spreadsheets when I play Spectrum. That'll slow
There's-
the game down.
Do not believe that. There's no way Krim is using analytics. There's no way.
You could totally, dude. It's actually not very hard. Like, depending on the villain you're fighting. Like, nothing in the villain's deck is secret, right? You know if you have a high minion villain or if you have a low minion villain. If you have a low minion villain and it's a lot of like scheming stuff, you know what form you're going to spend most of your time in. No, that's not saying that you're not going to be in the wrong form here and there. That happens. Also, having lots of card draw helps, so that way you can draw into something that will change your form.
Card draw is
But yeah,
good. I just
she's
learned that.
amazing. She's amazing. Yeah, card draw is king. Card draw is king.
All right, well, let's see what everybody else has to say. Americano, favorite hero of 2021.
Can you guess it?
You're gonna say Hawkeye, even though he didn't come out yet.
Drax.
Okay.
Yep.
Legitimate answer. That's fair.
It just fits my play style. The kind of berserker style where you're just getting counters and it just buffs him up. I love it.
Ettercop?
War Machine. War Machine because we wear the same colors, obviously. And before him, I couldn't say Bang Bang Bucks.
All right, I'm going with
You
Drax.
could, but
You could. It might not catch on.
It might not. Yeah, it might not play well.
I'm going to go with Drax as well. Drax was my favorite hero from this year. I think he's super fun. I think that the way he builds himself up and gets stronger throughout the game without even like having to put other cards in the board is pretty cool. And yeah, I think he's a really well-designed pack in general. So,
No way it's Drax.
No,
There's no way it's Drax.
not even in the top 4. So the number 1 hero for this year was Agent Venom. So congrats
I can
to the
definitely
Space
see
Knight.
that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
The runner-up was Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Gamora, and then Drax. So Drax was very close.
3 of the top 4 are in my top 4. I'm not a Scarlet Witch fan. I do not enjoy her playstyle. But Venom is a very, very good character to play. And I'm partial to Quicksilver because I love just the untap, tap, untap, tap. And Gamora's my girl.
And I will say
Yeah,
that
those are
every character in all of these questions got voted for at least once. So somebody's favorite character was Groot.
That's awesome. And
What?
maybe not that part, but I think I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not surprised by the response for Venom though.
Yeah, neither am I.
Venom's fun to play. I think he's really fun. I think that his ability to generate a wild resource opens up a lot of the kickers, and I think that's a lot of fun for people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he's so versatile. Like for the same reason that Captain America is good, Venom can just do whatever he needs to do.
It's funny because a lot of people don't like the generic wild resource generators. And I guess his isn't generic because you take damage instead of exhausting it to generate a wild. But he's literally just generate a wild resource, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was gonna be way further ahead than only 7%. So I was kind of shocked. All right, moving on. Who is your worst nightmare? So which nemesis minion is your favorite design? And some people may have thought which one is your least favorite or the least likely to see, but the question asked which one is your favorite design. So, all
Why
right.
don't you go ahead and start us off?
Yeah, why don't you go for it?
I went with Fernax Groot because I think it foils his character very, very well. And I think it's fun to say. Fernax.
Is it because of you like him because of the Pokemon defense, basically? Like you have a grass type and you will fight a fire type and you have a hard time.
Exactly. There was no water release this year, so
I get it. I
Went
get
with
it.
the
I
fire
gotta vote
type.
for it too.
all right. Americano, what did you pick?
I chose enraged symbiote. And I think for me, the coolest thing about it is that there were 4 of them, I think, in that set instead of just one minion. And they could come out. There were ways it could come out without drawing Shadow of the Past.
That's true.
Right? With the obligation.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that was
So I mean that was just something different, and I liked seeing that. Not that I think the enraged symbiote's a particularly difficult one, especially if Venom has the multi-gun out and stuff. But I just think it was really cool to see that.
cool design. Got it.
Yes.
All right, Crimson, what do you think?
Gamora. I like the Gamora nemesis. She's when she hits, she breaks something, which is great. Her side scheme debuffs Nebula and buffs Gamora, and if there's a Gamora player, it's actually buffing another player. She has a weapon attachment, which is kind of cool for a nemesis minion. And then Old Rivals works even if you're not allowed to put her into play because there is a player Gamora in play. Old Rivals makes the player attack their own teammate.
Do you think that was intentional?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I enjoy the Gamora nemesis.
Fingers crossed that it was.
Sadly, I do not enjoy playing Nebula, but that's okay.
Use her as a mod set, problem solved.
Yep.
All right, Adder Cop.
It's Krim picked Nebula, or did you pick Gamora?
He picked
Gamora.
the Gamora set.
Okay,
From the
Mine
Nebula
is-
character.
mine is Nebula for the same reasons. I voted.
Yeah.
I voted. So I was looking at everything, and I'm like, okay, which one is the best design? And I started thinking about it, and honestly, the design of these sisters are the coolest to me. Like, it's awesome that they did it. It's awesome that they implemented it for both heroes, and I just think it's cool. I think it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's such a novelty concept, and it's just really fun.
All right, let's see what people had to say.
Oh,
Oh, look at that!
Apparently,
Yeah.
Americano is in tune with the community, or he's cheating and looking at the results. One of the two.
I'm not looking at the results.
It's most likely just because
But
enraged
that
is-
amount, that number based on the hero, that number surprises me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes
that's
sense.
huge.
When you were talking, like, this is like the most unique design of all of the, even things that have come out after that. Nemesis sets and minions.
Avalanche is probably because he's so hard.
That's what I was thinking. People must like punishment because Avalanche is a jerk.
Hey, look at that! I got number 3, and I didn't vote on this. I
Yeah.
figured as a host I shouldn't vote.
Oh no, I voted.
I did.
So we could have had one more, but no.
One more
Crimson.
Gamora.
So some interesting facts. Venom was the most popular hero and kind of the most popular nemesis. So I thought that was
Yeah.
interesting. And Gamora made both lists. So apparently she is very popular, regardless of where she shows up.
Nice.
All right, we'll keep plugging away. Who's your favorite new sidekick? What's your favorite new ally that was added to the game in the last year? We'll go Addercop first.
Oh, this one was super easy for me. It was Black Panther.
Nice.
Like, he combos with some of the strongest cards, obviously. Being able to summoning spell to grab Black Panther to grab the summoning spell again and hold it for when you're ready. That's pretty nice. Obviously, that's more narrow because it only works with a couple different heroes as of right now, or a few, I should say. But being able to hold, a make the call or a lead from the front, or even an Avengers Assemble, like that's awesome. I really, really like having that pocket extra card, although it is vulnerable.
I went with Bug, even though I feel like Bug isn't as good without Energy Sphere.
Right.
I think he's still really strong for an aggression player because you can thwart with Bug and then attack with your hero and basically get like a one passive thwart the entire game for having an ally. And I think that's pretty unique and cool. And I think he's just a really strong card. So I went with Bug.
Right. Yeah, he's insane. That's was going to be my immediate choice. When I read the question, and then as soon as I opened the drop down, I was like, Black Panther. Gotta go with my gut. But yeah, Bug is really, really good.
What'd you pick, Crimson?
It's a tough choice, but I think I'm going to go with Blade.
Blade is good.
Yeah, it was very hard between Ironheart and Blade. I really like Ironheart, but Blade's badass. You might want to write down that time. Sorry, but Blade is pretty darn cool. I like Blade a lot.
All right, Americano.
I chose multiple man.
So you chose more than one ally. That's cheating. I guess it was a drop down. You could pick it.
It was a drop down. I thought it was pretty cool that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it can't be a thematic thing where you can't draw them or you can't pull them out of your discard pile. It's got to be from your hand or deck. I think. That's that's probably just a mechanical thing, but the fact that you get him, I mean, yeah, he's a 4 cost, but you get 3 allies, and it is a protection deck, you're probably not reaching that ally limit very much. Or at least you're not going to have to discard allies to do that. So I don't know. It's just it was a cool design for me.
All right. What do you all think the community said here? None of us are right. So
I don't know. Let's see. Probably like Ironheart or Miles Morales.
all right,
yeah,
let's just do it.
probably. Yep.
Yeah.
Ironheart.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how close Groot was. But yeah,
Oh,
Ironheart's a really, really strong ally at 2 cost. Draw card.
Yeah. Ironheart
Yeah.
is pretty strong.
I'm glad that
Hard
it's
to beat
for a
it.
basic card. It has to be from your hand.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Would be too
that
strong
there's that-
otherwise.
The limitation. Yeah. I mean, she's Maria Hill essentially. Otherwise, right?
Yeah, with 1 thwart, but
with
still good enough.
yeah.
All right, we're going on to category 5. Most likely to succeed. Which hero do you think will jump the most on your list in the next year? So someone that you think might be like middling now, but next year, after more releases, you think they're really going to blossom. Who wants to go first?
All right, I'll take this one. I'll cheat a little bit and I'll say Spider Woman. For kind of the reasons I said earlier, that I think just the more I don't think she's middling. I think she's a great hero, super fun to play and to deck build for. But I just think the more cards we get, the bigger the pool, the more combinations, and the more fun she'll be, and obviously the more powerful. Just because there are specific combinations that other heroes can't do.
I said the same thing, but with Adam Warlock. So, same
Okay.
piece. What do you think,
Uh,
Adam?
that's I voted for Adam Warlock as well. Like, if you can only take one of all of your cards, if there's more cards that you have more one-ofs, the deck just gets better, obviously, right?
Yep.
Right, all checks out.
I also said Adam Warlock, but I'll give you a runner-up. I think Gamora will get stronger too.
Ooh, that's a good one.
All of the break the deck building heroes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So the answer here was
What?
Spider-Man. I know.
What?
I was puzzled by this when I made these charts last night. But I think this might be my fault. So when this survey went out, Sinister Motives had already been spoiled. And Miles Morales is also Spider-Man. So people may have been thinking of Miles Morales, or they may have been thinking, hey, there's an awesome Spider-Man villain box coming out in a month, or 3 months, whatever it was back then. I want to play Spider-Man against it.
Maybe
He's
so,
going
yeah.
to jump on my list the most, because I'm going to have lots of thematic mods and villains to take up against him. So,
Possible. I just wish he actually had an ability that worked.
Well, his ability is amazing.
yeah, what are you talking about?
His ability pretty much says, blank this, make my hand size 6.
No,
it would be better.
it doesn't.
It would be
Crimson,
better.
you can draw so many cards with. Oh my gosh.
Adam?
Also, he's gonna be amazing for me because I'm gonna write Web Warrior, the Web Warrior trait on my card.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making little stickers for Patreons that are in the right trait font. You just put Web Warrior there right after Avenger. Nobody needs to know.
Or just have it say Avenger and Web Warrior, so you can just put it right over it.
Or
So, yeah.
maybe he'll be the first hero that we get a new version of.
Maybe.
Like
I'd be
an
okay with
actual
that.
Spider-Man that is just new, with new 15 cards, new traits, new ability.
Crimson apparently doesn't like that ability. I'm a big fan. But Spider-Man was number 1. Adam Warlock with 16%. Hulk, which I guess maybe... I know there's a lot of people that hate Hulk, so maybe they're thinking he has infinity to climb. And then Spectrum. People had Spectrum really high too, which I was...
Yeah, I'm just ahead of the time on Spectrum.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I
Yeah,
just ask, for the people that are watching this, if you're listening on the podcast, sorry that you can't see this, but if you are watching it on YouTube, then you can see exactly what I'm about to ask. Is Hulk green because Hulk green and Spectrum white because of a joke about light and color?
It was her costume is white, but close, yeah. For some of these, I thought far enough ahead to do that.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask.
Nailed it. Spider-Man's red, Adam Warlock's yellowy gold. I don't know.
I'm so disappointed that you didn't make him multicolored.
I can only spend so much time on this show.
Okay.
It's
All
not
right.
true.
Next, this is going to be a very fun category, aspect rankings. We asked each person to take the 4 aspects and pick which one is their favorite, their second favorite, their third favorite, and their fourth favorite. So we're going to reveal what percentages people put each of these in. And then what I did is, for every person that voted on an aspect first, that aspect got 4 points. Second, they got 3. Third, they got 2. Fourth, they got 1. And we figured out what their GPA was, basically. Nobody got any Fs, so that's good. And we'll reveal who was in fourth place first. So first, everybody is going to have to list and rank what aspects are their favorite after the releases in 2021. So Crimson, go first. Justice, 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 and Justice, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got justice, leadership, protection.
Shocked face.
That red one that sucks.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Well, that red one that sucks. Addercop, why don't you go next?
Nice. Set me up. Well, I would say that my first is aggression, then leadership, and my third was justice, but now I'm mad at yeah, it's still justice, and then protection.
All right, Americano.
All right. So it's a protection first, and then a close aggression, very close aggression. Believe it or not.
Dude, I believe it.
Then justice, then leadership.
Painful. All right.
I-
I have aggression in my number 1 slot, and then leadership, and then justice, and then protection. Protection very bottom still. It has not jumped out of there for me.
You know what
But
you just did? You just stuck a dagger in my back.
Well, good. You put mine last.
At least I had
did it
protection
right
at
back.
number 3.
Yeah, protection got what? Oh, you gave it a 2. So it got a 2, a 3, and 2 4s. And it came in fourth place. So a lot of people had protection as their fourth favorite aspect. I think a lot of that is because a lot of solo players play this game, and protection's very difficult to play solo. So that's probably
really
why
need
I
to
don't
work
like
on
it.
that.
So what you're saying is a lot of protection players don't have friends.
I didn't say that. So a very aggressive person might say that.
Or if you are playing protection, you have friends.
What?
Yeah, because you're not going to play protection if you don't have any friends to
So
protect.
40-ish% of people don't have friends. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to yell at Crimson about this, I'll give you his Twitter handle. And who do you think is in third? Anybody got any guesses? Third place?
Krim and I are starting a new podcast where we just yell at each other for about 60 minutes. And we
It's
just upload it.
aggression is number 3. It's got to be.
No way.
Yeah.
Leadership has to be third.
It is leadership. Leadership came in third. And I think it's because there's a large contingent of people that want the game to be harder. They want life to be harder. I don't know if they want to go back to medieval times and stuff and not have electricity, but apparently they hate leadership because it's too good or something. That's number 4. Or number 3. Number 3, sorry. So number 2, we're down to aggression and justice, our new podcast about yelling at each other.
It's got to be.
Which one of y'all think is going to be
Justice
first?
is
Huh?
too good.
Aggression
Justice is too good.
Yeah, aggression is number 2 for sure.
Aggression is number 2.
Yeah.
Came in second, and our big winner was justice.
boom.
So there you
The
have
best
it.
aspect.
Justice was the favorite aspect of people this year. Despite my best efforts to convince people to vote for leadership, they did not listen to me. So
People know that controlling threat allows you to play the game at your pace instead of the villain's
yeah,
pace.
people like to play really slow games, but not so slow that they're playing protection, medium
Yeah.
slow. They don't like to win with leadership, and they don't like to go fast with aggression. So it's medium-length games. Got it.
Slow
All
and
right.
steady wins the whatever, I guess. Or it doesn't.
Good question.
I'd like to
can't
thank
say
all
that-
the people. No.
I can't say that I'm surprised, but I can say I'm disappointed.
I'm
I
not
was hoping
angry.
you'd
I'm
say
just
that.
disappointed.
That's the motto of a protection player. The boost card flips up, and you've got preemptive strike, and it's a 0 boost icon, and you're like, play Hulk, try to draw into a bunch of counter punches, just draw a bunch of resources. Okay.
That's the dream.
Next question. What is the most improved aspect? Which aspect do you think received the most help in 2021?
Ooh.
Leadership.
You think
No.
leadership?
No.
I mean, they got
Okay.
regroup. That's a real good card.
No.
So
Justice or aggression, actually.
Yeah, it's got to be. I think it's justice.
I'm gonna be lame and say justice as well. I mean, it got more cards, but they are solid cards.
Yeah.
And they got stable cards that are just amazing.
I was gonna say aggression because of Bring It, because of Angela, all the things aggression likes to do. It gets good things for. But
the
we're all
communities-
wrong. The answer is protection by
What?
48% of respondents.
It's a
So
big
there
wowie
you go.
zowie for me.
But yet
Yeah.
nobody's still playing it.
I
So
think
how do they
that
know
it
it's a
had the
free?
most room to improve.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it did get multiple man, and it got never back down. It got a whole new archetype in the Guardian cycle with Dauntless and Fighting Fit and all the like stay above your HP pool. It got lots of good cards from Drax, so I can see protection being people's pick. I'm just disappointed that people hate regroup so much that they didn't vote for leadership. All right, Sattercop's time to shine. Only you are gonna predict this.
Okay.
What do you think is everyone's favorite new aggression card?
Uh,
And then when we reveal it, you're gonna have to tell us why this card is great and explain it to us all.
okay. I hope people who listen to the podcast agree with me, and if you don't, I mean, I don't know, but it should be Clobber. It really, really should be Clobber because it does the thing that you want to do with red cards. It is a fist icon, which is the best icon, obviously, and it's got the coolest name because it can actually be Clobber in time.
All right.
There's no way it's
Well,
Clobber. I love
Yeah.
Clobber, but there's no way it's Clobber.
Look, I know there's no way it's Clobber. All right,
Clobber
Bring it.
came in number 6, just so you know. It was close, but not quite there.
All right, hang on. So Bug and Energy Spear should be the same vote.
Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking too. I think they competed with each other, split their vote, and fell apart.
Whoa,
It's
right.
So
classic.
did we even say what it was? It's Bring It.
It's Bring It.
Bring
Yeah,
It.
we showed it. We didn't say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Bring It. But Bring It is really good, and Bring It also goes along with what I was saying about Thor earlier. Him getting a bunch of cards that let him do Thor stuff reliably. This is one of them. So obviously you're going to engage an enemy, draw 2 cards, and in this case, with the one enemy, you drew the 2. Let's say you draw a Bring It. Now you discard or you play this card to draw 1 card. That's not that great, but there's a lot of scenarios where you might be swarmed. Maybe like, I don't know, Ultron. You have a bunch of drones in front and you say, you know what, let me just draw 6 cards and see if I can find the way out of this. And you do because you're playing Thor, and you're going to just zap the entire board.
Yep.
You know?
He's got plenty of AoE.
Yeah, so like this card is I guess it's situational, but I feel like more and more scenarios have more minions. So you're going to keep drawing multiple cards off it. And also, again, going on with the Thor thing, it costs 0, which is like the greatest cost possible.
Drax knows all about good 0-cost cards. So
All about 0.
the
I would have
rankings were.
voted for Bug.
I
Bug
did
would have
vote
got
for
my
Bug.
vote.
The rankings were Bring It, Into the Fray, Bug, Energy Spear, and then Other. Bring It and Into the Fray were only 3 votes apart. So if 3 more people had
Wow.
voted, this could have been Into the Fray instead. So there you go. This is
Okay.
very like evenly split, which I thought was cool. It wasn't like an obvious answer. So all right. Next up is protection. So Americano, what do you think everyone's new favorite protection card is?
So it was, I believe it came out. I'm hesitant to say this because I think this might be mine, but it came out so early in 2021 that maybe people forgot that it was a 2021 release. But Sidestep.
Okay.
At least you didn't say multiple men.
Well, if you did, you would have been in the top 4. Sidestep was number 5. We're really good at choosing that like just into the other bucket card. So the answers were Hard to Ignore with 20%, Multiple Man with 16, Never Back Down with 11, and Ever Vigilant with 11. 6 votes apart, but rounded to
So-
11.
So I don't think that it's. I mean, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, hard to ignore is great.
Yeah, it
well,
is.
you would say that because it removes threat. But the fact that you can stack it, right? And this does, I think this does, especially for solo protection players, if you're playing solo, it gives you that little bit of breathing that you might need, because you're not flipping to alter ego as a protection player really, but being able to remove some threat just from doing what you want to do anyway. I mean, I think it's a really good card.
I definitely agree. Like, Hard to Ignore and Energy Shield is, I feel like that's like the epitome of what you want to be doing as protection, which is just like a little bit of everything just to keep things from dying, to keep things a little bit under control while your teammates focus on their thing. So with that in mind, I think this is just a really, really good protection card to have.
And both these cards have had amazing art. So
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
all right.
All right, you know the answer though, right?
Favorite new leadership card. Well, I'm going to say what I voted for, which
Okay.
might be the answer and might not. You don't know. I voted for Regroup from Drax's pack because Regroup is awesome. Lets you bounce a million allies back to hands and does all sorts of good things. And obviously, it's the right answer. No, it's
And
not.
sneak attack is the answer.
Regroup. Typo.
What?
So Sneak Attack was the answer with 16% of votes. Mighty
Mighty
Avengers
Avengers.
with 13%. Yondu with 11, and then Regroup with 11%, and then everything else with other. Again, very evenly split, just like the last 2 categories. So Sneak Attack is a 1-cost event. From War Machine's kit, action, choose an ally in your hand that shares a trait with your identity. Put that ally into play. If that ally is still in play at the end of the phase, discard it. I am not a big fan of the Sneak Attack archetype yet. I think it's getting there. I think it has like a lot of cool support in the War Machine deck, but it does let you sneak some really expensive allies with enter plays effects onto the board, which I think
Like
is its best use.
Like Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, Black Panther. Well,
Black
probably
Panther.
not Black Panther, right? Because then you
Oh, you
discard
gotta
him
use
at the
that
end.
event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a good choice.
You can grab another Sneak Attack with him, I guess. I guess you could put Sneak Attack on him and wait until something's in your hand. It combos really well in War Machine's Precon deck because it has things like Command Team, so when an ally comes out, you can burst with them really quick. But ultimately, you have to have that ally in hand, Sneak Attack, and a resource. So you're spending 3 cards to put an ally into play temporarily. So the ally's got to be 4 cost or greater. So we're looking at War Machine, Captain Marvel, big allies like that. Really cool card, just not my favorite card. And I'm very disappointed in everyone for not picking Regroup.
You'll all be getting personal emails that you voted incorrectly.
Yes,
Yeah.
novels. All right. Krim, favorite new Justice card?
No, this is probably the easiest one out of all of them.
It has
One
to
way,
be.
one way or another. It's
Classic.
by far the strongest card in the game. It's the best aspect card in the game. In the best aspect, I mean, it's god tier.
Can I ask you a question? Do you play a lot of 4-player Marvel Champions?
No,
Okay.
I
You
do
should
not.
play that. We should play a 4-player game, and I'm going to spam one way or another and watch Crimson murder me over the internet.
But it also enables a lot of Justice has a subset of, like Followed and the new one that came out in
Chance
the last
Encounter.
pack. Yeah, Chance Encounter. It enables those when you're not pulling those side schemes, you're able to make them happen, and then still you get to draw 3 cards. It's huge, and it costs 0. Like, wow, card's amazing. Impede
right.
would be my second choice.
Well,
One
the
way or
answer
another.
was one way or another.
Nice. I actually chose Sonic Rifle for mine.
Yeah.
That's the second one.
Reversible.
That's the second highest.
I chose one way or another. It's so good.
I'm not a Sonic Rifle fan.
I thought you were gonna tell us that you weren't a sonic rifle. Like that was the end of the statement.
No, it's a good archetype, but it's just not my playstyle.
I'm glad that you said that your second was impede because that's yellow clobber, and I'm gonna count that as a vote for clobber.
There you go.
Move it over on the books. This
Yeah.
is the only category where we didn't get like 40 to 50% of the answer in other. So people were pretty decidedly in these four. So it was one way or another with 33%, sonic rifle with 18, and then turn the tide and multitasking with 11 each, and then 27% in other.
Turn the Tide's the one that deals damage, right?
Deals damage when your hero thwarts and removes the last threat from a scheme.
Okay.
Which
Yep.
works really good with one way or another. Get that little side scheme out and then remove it, just smack them. Yeah, it's great.
All right, favorite new basic card. Let's hear what everybody has to say. Addercop.
Oh, I don't even like my vote for this one because I voted. I'm already laughing at my own jokes. So I voted for the power in all of us because, yeah, I know, because I use it really, really frequently in physical aggression builds, but specifically in Hulk. I love playing it in Hulk because I try to build a fortress of upgrades and supports, and a lot of them are basic, so it helps him just play everything. And then when I don't need to do that, I just pitch it to drop kicks or, suboptimal leap or anything.
All right, Crimson, favorite new basic card.
I mean, I want to say Blade again, but
You can.
you know
Not
what?
against the rules.
I'm gonna say Gamora.
I am
Okay.
so glad you said that because that's what I said. Gamora is so good.
Yeah, like she's a draw engine for events.
Yeah.
She's she's a cheaper Avengers Mansion that gets you a good card every time that can block for you in a pinch. Everything about it seems good except for the Guardian trait lock shenanigans, but leadership can get around that, so it's okay.
I'm surprised you didn't say spiritual meditation, Crimson.
You know, I'm not a big fan of it.
What?
Yeah,
Don't you play Doctor Strange like all the time?
I do.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, no, sorry. Going back a second. Kennedy Hawk, didn't you say that Gamora always draws you a good card and Avengers Mansion doesn't? Are you telling me that you put not good cards in your deck? Because logically, if all of your cards are good, then Avengers Mansion is also always a good draw.
Guess what? Sometimes I play on standard too.
So
You're not.
Sometimes I
cut
even
commercial.
play rookie mode just for fun. It's
Cut to commercial.
terrifying.
Cut to commercial.
So don't get me wrong. Spiritual meditation is a great card. It is a cantrip, which means, so for people who don't know what cantrips mean, it
You
means
can't rip it.
it replaces itself. So
Oh.
you are drawing 2 cards, but you're discarding 1 card plus the card you use to cast, the spiritual meditation. So you gain a net of 0 cards.
Mhm.
Versus Gamora, which does give you a net of 2 cards after the first attack. Don't get me wrong, spiritual meditation is a great card. It is good for digging through your deck, but that's all it is good for. It is not good for having big turns. It's good for setting turns.
I've even run a couple decks with Gamora where I run nothing. I run like no events from my aspect or basic cards. So that when I get Gamora out there, she is like Miss Marvel's ability, and it's just like get a hero event into your hand because hero events are always good, and it's ridiculous. She's great. What'd you pick, Americano?
I'm really boring. I chose Ironheart because that guarantees that I'm going to draw a card. It's just the top one,
And it's a good card.
And it's probably number
It's a green card. I don't know about that.
It's got to be
is
number one.
number 1.
1.
But look at this. Ironheart and Deft Focus, both
Ooh.
with 23%. We didn't even talk about Deft Focus.
I was actually just looking at Deft Focus because I was looking at my Doctor Strange stuff. And yeah, I can see it.
Man,
That
5
focus
votes
is
apart. Ironheart and Deft Focus. Pretty cool.
like, I know that Def Focus is good. Every time I play it, it just doesn't do anything for me. Like, maybe I have it in the wrong decks. I'm just too much of a Goomba to, like, enjoy deft focus, I suppose, but I see it all the time and I read it and at face value, I'm like, no, this is a really good card. I should be playing it. And then I play it and I'm like, this card has done nothing the entire game.
That's how I feel about it too. But I've started playing it in Groot. I know I've been playing Groot. And
Sorry.
some others.
It's great in Vision.
It's Vision. If you play Groot,
Quicksilver, right? Doesn't he have
Quicksilver,
superpowers?
he has a lot too. I think he has the most, doesn't
We're
Quicksilver?
supposed to be
have the most?
talking about Ironheart. She was the winner. Ironheart is a
Yeah.
great card. 2-cost ally, 1 port, 1 attack, draw card. Nothing bad about
The only
that.
downside to her is you can't run this in the new Ironheart pack coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that's the best part is that
Oh,
I have played so many
You get a-
games in our
You get a
4-player
basic
group
slot back.
where we all mulligan, and then we're like, who has Ironheart in their hand? And like 4 of us raise our hands, and we're all like, grah, who's first player right now? Everybody's mad.
And now you can just be like, I'm Ironheart. None of you guys can play your
Yeah,
own.
Yeah, I know. I
she
can't
should-
wait. I'm not going to tell them who I'm playing, and then I'm going to let them all draw their cards, and then be like, sorry.
she should have been a wild resource.
I think it's cool
Yeah.
that she's a mental resource, and her hero triggers off mental resources. So I like that.
Yeah. Why would she be a wild resource?
So that you have a choice, like sometimes you might have a
To
choice then
make
instead
people even more mad that
Oh.
to use her as a resource.
She should be a wild resource to use her as a resource. Can that be like the quote for the episode?
yes. All right.
Excellent.
Most villainous favorite new scenario from 2021.
We're probably all going to say the same one.
We're probably all going to say the same thing.
I don't think we're all going to say the same thing.
Oh,
Helga. I had to get it in before Attica.
What did you say? Did you say Helga?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, he's just going to edit it out anyway.
I'm just going to leave it in there.
no, he's not.
Go for it.
All right. I mean, mine's Hella for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all in the camp.
Okay,
Yep.
Dan. Okay, Kennedy Hawk, what's yours?
I'm on Thanos.
What's your-
and
Thanos?
What's your wrong
What?
answer?
I'm on Thanos. I think he is thematic. He's classic to Marvel Champions, and he offers a super fun like gimmick trick. His hook is fun. I think he is the epitome
But
of
he-
what you should play with the Infinity Gauntlet, and I like.
But
that
he
mod a lot.
eliminates my Stunlock decks.
Yes.
So
Yes.
play better. I don't know. So does standard
Whoa,
too.
whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
don't know.
Well, I don't play standard too, so
Yeah,
So
I
does
only play
Hella when
Rogue.
she draws her crown or whatever card it is. So there you go.
yeah, okay, that's fair.
Well, you're all right. The answer's Hella. 40%
Thanos is number
of votes went for Hella, 17% to Thanos, 15 to the Hood, 13 to Drang. Good job,
Oh,
Galaxy's
yeah.
Most
Hood.
Wanted. And 15% to other. Yeah, I know. 15% of people went to the Hood, and I'm not sure that they're humans. No, I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
what?
I mean,
People
Dragon is
like the
awesome.
Hood. That's cool.
Be honest, I almost voted for the Hood.
No.
I would shun you
Just to
from
make us
my-
mad.
No,
I-
because I was considering the Hood as an entire pack. Like all the modulars and stuff were just a really big deal for me.
I do think one thing the Hood offers is, like, I think the most mods you're supposed to include in another scenario is 2 or 3. So if there's some interaction with like 5 mods, you can only get that out of the Hood unless you're like inflating the deck with extra mods. But if you've gotten to the point where the Hood has shuffled in 5 mods into his scenario, you've probably lost.
You definitely
Yeah.
have lost.
Spoiler alert. You're in trouble.
You up, that's life.
But yeah, Hella very deserving.
Yeah, just such a well crafted scenario.
She is a very
Okay.
good quest.
Yes.
Thanos is a very
She
good
is a-
scenario, I agree.
Yeah, actually, that's the difference. Is that Thanos can be the best scenario because Hela is the best quest in the game.
There you go.
Everybody wins.
Most modular, people's favorite new modular set, including all those modules from the Hood. Let's go with
I-
Crimson first.
I have no clue. I'm still using Power Surge. I like my old modulars.
You just can't wait for those Spidey things, I know. I went with Ship Command. I think
Ah.
Ship
yeah.
Command is a mod that adds something really new. unfortunately, in Galaxy's Most Wanted, a lot of times you're using the Milano for whatever the gimmick of the scenario is. But when you use it in something else, like you're like, hey, I'm going to fight Rhino in space today. Ship command can be really fun. It bounces around and gives one player like a bonus resource for the turn, or a bonus tax depending on who it's with. But yeah, I think it's pretty fun.
I'm going to play Ship Command against Crossbones, and I'm going to hit him with a car.
What's your favorite one, Addercop?
Oh, I chose Wrecking Crew. I chose Wrecking Crew because it was like seeing my boys coming back from the ashes. I was just so happy that I could put them into any villain
Nice.
that I wanted to. So
You chose this because it should have been there in 2020, is what you're saying, right? I'm just kidding.
we should have got the Wrecking Crew pack, and then it should have come with the modular to just have all the Wrecking Crew that you can handle and some that you can't, because those are pretty tough minions.
You know, I'm going to say Infinity Gauntlet. I actually like that.
He's like, I have no idea, but I'm going to say this.
Yep, I'm going to say the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh man, I hate the Infinity Gauntlet.
Nope, I'm gonna go with that one. I like that one.
I like that you can put it on any hero, or most heroes. Oh man, that thing just wrecks me all the time. I hate
Infinity
it.
Gauntlet and Power Stone were my 2 and 3. I think they're
Oh,
both super
nice,
fun.
nice.
The reason I grunted or moaned Kennedy Hawk is because I also chose Ship Command, and there are so many modular sets that came out last year. I just think it's fun to get that extra resource. Like if you're the first player, you can build up quicker with that one extra resource from the Milano, and that just it. I mean, you can't do that with other scenarios.
But
with
Rogue Vessel can die in a fire. I don't care. It can go away. My
it is
least
a
favorite card.
You can make that happen.
It's true.
But if I had to choose a follow-up, I think it might be Legions of Hell with their undead, the mechanic with that. I think it's a treachery or something.
Are you just trying to vote for Hela again?
Can't I? Can't I just? Well, my favorite
Legions of
modular set
Helga,
is
yes.
Hela.
Okay, well, can't argue with it. Checks out.
Well,
Hey, nice.
the answer was Infinity Gauntlet with
Look at
25%, Ship Command with 12%, Standard 2 with
Nope.
10%.
Stop.
Hard pass. 9% with Band of Badoon and 44% with others. So pretty
I
spread out.
I like the Band of Badoon choice.
I like Band of
Yeah.
Badoon too.
Same here.
Yeah, but
I don't
the
like-
reason
I don't
The
like the standard 2 choice, but the Infinity Gauntlet. All right, fine. I'm wrong. You guys are right.
Well, the reason why I like the Infinity Gauntlet is because it's like if the villain gets all 6, he should win. You know, like it's fun.
All right. So Infinity Gauntlet, congrats.
Wait a
You're the
second.
most modular.
Wait, Ship Command scored that high? That means a ton of people are driving starships into people. Like that's the plan. Is you're fighting you're stopping Rhino from robbing a bank, and then suddenly you're in a ship.
Have you
And you're
ever
flying.
heard of a more aggressive plan? I like to think that the scenarios are a little more abstract. I know Rhino is supposed to be like breaking into like a shield building or to steal vibranium, but maybe he's stealing vibranium from some space station. I don't know.
In
right?
Have
space.
you
So,
ever
I mean, that's
known
fine.
Rhino to do anything but like just rob banks? I guess he did help solve a child kidnapping ring, so that was cool.
He was in the
Rhino in
Thunderbolt for a bit.
space.
Rhino in space. Yeah, I'd read it actually. I can't even make a joke about it. I'd read it.
All
I read
right.
Space Punisher.
I know Americano's answer to this. Most anticipated. If you could add any non-announced hero to the game, who would it be?
I got this one.
All right, Crimson, you go first. You're excited, I can tell.
It's got to be Wolverine, right?
Isn't he like an anti-hero? No, I'm just kidding.
Or Deadpool? Give me Wolverine
And
or
Nebula. Stop it! There's Nebula, guys. we can get Deadpool. We can get Punisher. We can get Wolverine.
Yeah.
Americano's like, shut up. My answer's more important.
No,
Deadpool. Wolverine.
what?
Wolverine, maybe Deadpool. Either one of those, I'd be happy.
All right,
Can't believe
Addercop.
you
Or
I'm
Spawn.
curious to hear
Please.
your answer here.
God, Grim, why are you're just rattling off all these wrong answers?
Well,
You
let's
won't
go
stop.
outside of Marvel, and we're gonna grab an Image comic character and
I
go.
wish you could see what I look like right now, just draped across my desk, just exhausted.
I'm surprised you didn't throw your computer.
You know
Yeah.
what? We have to stop being mean to Crimson, though. In our Surge game episode, he picked The Incredible Hulk as his favorite MCU movie, and we all ripped him apart. And I think we got like 50 emails the next week being like, actually, you guys all made fun of Crimson, but Incredible Hulk is an MCU movie.
Yeah.
So his very first pick was right, and we just ragged on him for it.
Dude,
so
I
maybe
thought
I'm
it
wrong.
was-
I
it
haven't
was-
read Spawn in a long time.
Dude,
Maybe
Spawn.
change to Marvel.
There's a reason you haven't read him in a long time, I'll be honest with you. But here's the important thing to remember. Just because I was wrong doesn't mean I'll stop being mean. I'm going to get back to being mean now. That's just, he's just rattling off all
keep
these
it real.
names, and they're
Just
all
keeping it real, Atticop.
incorrect. Just keeping it real. Like, he's going to be like, oh, Savage Dragon. He's a cool dragon. Let's do that. I think this X-Men character you've never heard of should be it. And the answer is Howard the Duck.
I don't disagree with Howard.
Hey, I
You
think
can't.
there's a good chance we'll get him.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say there's a good chance.
I just
No,
knocked on wood,
there
so
is.
it's fine.
Howard the Duck. It's Howard the Duck. That's the answer. And I look forward
I
to
will let you
and
know
I
this.
dread.
There were votes for Howard the Duck,
I know there were.
but there were only 13 votes for Howard the Duck. So
Okay, well, me and my 12 friends.
your 12 best
If you-
friends.
If you voted for Howard the Duck, email me at attercop@MCM Podcast.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah, then we're gonna start a club. But the answer is Howard the Duck. So we can actually skip Americana.
No, it's still
I went with Iron Fist, but I want to hear Americano's answer.
Well,
Okay.
you know that I'm going to say Daredevil, right?
Uh-huh.
That's true. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
But because everyone knew that, I would say maybe Professor X would be a cool one.
Yes. Two
Well,
mutants.
you
versus-
were right. Daredevil
Nice.
won
Daredevil.
with 21% of the votes. Crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And this
Well,
was
there's
a
so
write-in.
much-
So when people like left it lowercase instead of uppercase, I had to go combine them all. It was very fun. But Daredevil with 21%.
Grammar. Grammar.
Look at that. Like, look at that top. I mean, that four right there. That is. we're
Daredevil,
just
Wolverine, Deadpool,
yeah,
Gambit. Those are good choices.
And we're talking about anti-heroes. I mean, like, other than Daredevil,
and-
well, Daredevil's not an anti-hero. He's definitely a full
By the-
hero.
By the
Well-
time we get Daredevil, you'll be able to build a deck that looks like a 40-card hero kit with Daredevil on the art.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can already do that with Justice.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
And you're getting there with protection.
But Gambit's a good one. Like
Jeez.
that's a good poll too. Like Gambit would be fun. Rogue would be fun. But Wolverine, Deadpool, heck yeah.
I like all those.
Yeah, I do agree with Daredevil and Wolverine being really high on the list.
How
They
many
should be
people
the
wrote
game.
in Iron Fist?
Like 3. So not very
Okay.
high.
Dan and his mom.
But I
twice.
mean, I was curious to know what yours
It's
was,
true.
Kennedy Hawk, because you already have Hawkeye and Nova coming out. So
Yeah, I know. I have like of my top 5 heroes, I have 2 of them already. So it's almost like I've convinced Caleb to keep printing heroes I like. So watch out for that Iron
You-
Fist pack next year.
Are you guys having episodes where the rest of us aren't invited and you just like pay them off?
Yeah,
so
I'm
we get all
just
your heroes?
yeah, exactly. It's precisely
Oh.
what happens.
clearly,
Start-
because Daredevil is not in the game yet, except for all the aspect cards.
That's actually what I tell him. Is I'm like, can you just squeeze Daredevil into this aspect art because it's gonna make so many people mad.
Can you
Works
just
every
squeeze
time.
Daredevil out of this release schedule?
You know what is surprising is that there's no Fantastic Four characters on there. I would have thought that at least one Fantastic Four character would have hit the top 3.
I think
Or
people are
4.
X-Men hungry right now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we really are.
and Daredevil hungry apparently.
Yeah. I would say that the Fantastic Four as a whole are honestly just like not crazy popular.
No, unfortunately they're not. But they do have don't they have a movie coming out soon?
They do. So that'll all change and then you'll all see.
Soon, on an unknown year and an unknown date, right?
Right.
All right, who's the most hyped Spider? So we're talking Ghost Spider versus Spider-Man Miles Morales. Who are you more excited to play when the next box comes out?
I'm more excited for Miles. And it's because my son really wants to play a team up with Peter Parker and Miles Morales.
Got it. I'm the same reason, but the opposite. My kids really like Ghosty from the Spider-Man and Their Amazing Friends cartoon.
Yes,
so
Ghosty. And
we're on Ghost Spider train right now.
Spin. Was that what does he call him? Spin?
Spin, yes, Spin.
It's Miles for me. I don't have a good reason, but I think it's Miles.
It's Ghost for me.
50-50.
I had to make sure that I was different from Atticott. No.
So it was 56% Ghost Spider, 44% Spider-Man for you guys.
I'm pretty close.
Yep. So that was a pretty close split. So both heroes are highly anticipated when this set comes out, which is pretty cool.
I think people just like Gwen in general. Like, she's just such a unique character. I like Miles, but we already have a Miles in the game. We don't have a Gwen in the game.
That's true. I think her ability looks interesting, and I think Miles looks potentially overwhelmingly strong.
Yeah, broken.
I don't want to have to ever sleeve Standard 2 again to make the game challenging. So I don't know how much Miles I'll play.
Did you guys see
because
that
of
shade? He just threw a Standard 2 like backhanded. Like,
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything bad about Standard 2.
Dan, are you saying that one of the heroes you're interested in playing, but the other one you're not sure how many miles you're going to get out of it?
Yes, that would be a good way of saying it.
Yeah, I think her ability that lets you're focusing on interrupts and responsibilities. I think that would be fun to deck build around.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Mr. Protection didn't like that. I don't know.
That's the printed 3 defense. What does she hold? Come on now.
She just dodges everything.
Yeah, no, I get it. It makes sense.
All right. The
She's a lot better
next
than Hulk.
category.
And she'll be great with Justice because Justice shores up her weakness of 1/4. Perfect.
It's true. The next category was the best non-MCM podcast because we didn't want to see ourselves lose. We removed ourselves from the poll. So there was a write-in slot, and some people wrote us in, and some people wrote in Americano's real name. I don't know why, but they did.
I don't.
So
How does that even happen?
it happened. You must have sent this to your mom or something. I don't know, right?
Ooh,
I'm just glad I spelled his name right.
But the answer. Oh, were you gonna guess? Sorry, I should have let you do that.
No. Go ahead.
The answer was Critical Encounters Podcast.
Yep.
So if you don't know Critical Encounters Podcast, they're all about the villainous side of the card game. They say something like, "Welcome to Critical Encounters, a podcast about Marvel Champions, a living card game by Fantasy Flight Games. On this podcast, we take a good look at the most critical piece of the game, the encounter sets. We discuss those poorly understood characters, unfairly labeled villains, and their various plans to shape humanity and benefit the planet, as well as those so-called heroes intent on thwarting them." So, that is the fan favorite podcast from the poll. So, congrats to the team at Critical Encounters.
Can I just tell you guys that the most critical part of the game is not the villain side. That deck literally plays itself. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You can't say that.
Okay.
You can't say that. We can't start beef like that. And second of all, if anybody's gonna start beef with anybody, it's me.
Against me.
We have our own civil war to resolve before the next event can start.
You know what? I mean, if he wants to defend himself on that quote, he can do so, but that's a protection player's problem. So, all right. Congrats to Critical Encounters. The next category, which I spoiled because apparently I didn't put 2 slides in here, was the best non-MCM YouTuber. Because again, we didn't want to watch ourselves lose because we'd all start crying in the background, you know. And it was a overwhelming write-in for Dale the Casual Gamer. So if you haven't checked out his channel, he plays a ton of other games too, but he does really well annotated Marvel Champions playthroughs where he talks through basically every decision he makes on why he's playing one card versus resourcing another card with really good camera work so you can sort of see everything that's going on even in two-handed games. So congrats to Dale and keep up the awesome work. All right, we're in the end stretch here. What was the best release of 2021? And why is it Drax?
I feel like this is going to be overwhelming. MTS. It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean,
Anybody have any votes against that?
I was definitely gonna go with
Well, I mean, I
Mad-
couldn't choose between Drax and Mad Titan Shadow, so there you go.
So you voted twice.
I mean, the reason why I went for Mad Titan Shadow is just because it's so much enjoyable compared to the last box.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
That box that had ship command, the ship command box, it was a really good box. It had ship command in it. And Band of Badoon. I don't know what you're talking about.
And yeah, Bandit Badoon.
Yeah, just don't play it as a box.
All right, we'll just jump to the answer here. The answer was Mad Titan's Shadow. Overwhelmingly so. 74% of votes went to Mad Titan's Shadow. 8% went to Venom. 8% went to the Hood. And 4% went to Drax. So all
Yes.
our
There you go.
champagning for Drax paid off.
Well, is this the first slide where other is like?
I think it's the first time it's under 25%. I swear.
Yeah,
So
like if Drax just needed a couple more votes, and other would have been the lowest.
yeah,
Did Galaxy's Most Wanted get any votes? I'm curious.
let me find out. Galaxy's
better
Most
not.
Wanted.
I'm sure-
Wanted. Galaxy's Most Wanted got 21 votes.
Wow.
More
Okay.
votes than War Machine, Wasp, Nebula, or Star Lord.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Somebody
I mean-
really
well-
likes Drang.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
congrats to Mad Titan Shadow, and I'm pretty sure it's solely because of Hela, not Thanos.
Yeah, I would
think-
agree.
Like Mad Titan's Shadow
How do I mute him?
is
Is there a button
obviously
for that?
MTS is obviously like a really good box, but I think the timing of the box is very, very, very important to its importance or to its quality, I guess. Like compared to the last box with, being basically stuck in the mud for a bit, feeling like it at least, getting this quality box that everybody enjoys, and I guess most people, I don't
Yeah.
speak for everybody.
I think that has something to do with it, definitely.
Yeah, it's positional as well as qualitative.
All right. We're into the last 4-ish categories, I think. What is your least favorite? I didn't want to do leasts, but we had to. What is your least favorite scenario from 2021?
Collector,
Which collector? Both?
first one. I like the second one. The
Oh, this
red
is
one?
the
Yeah.
from 2021. Sorry, this is
Oh.
all time. We're in all time land now, so you could
Oh,
choose
yeah,
Rhino
yeah.
if you want.
Nope, still collector. The first collector.
My answer is Nebula. She can die a fiery death.
Which Nebula? No.
That was going to be my
That's
joke when we got to
Naruto.
least favorite hero. I was going to say my answer is Nebula. She can die a fiery death, but now it's ruined. Thanks. God,
Sorry.
Crimson.
No, the Nebula hero is amazing. It comes with the greatest Justice card ever made.
I don't like Nebula because I feel like at first I loved Nebula. I played her 3 times. They went very well. I thought, wow, this is a cool scenario where I'm trying to juggle 2 fields. And then I ran into the first time where I couldn't juggle both fields. And then I played like 30 more games with her, and they all went that second way. And I realized that my first 3 games were a fluke. But she's got such bad RNG that like sometimes 10 cards just puke on you and kill you round 2. And sometimes she just like sits around and picks her nose while you punch her. And that's not entertaining to me. There's my 2 cents on Nebula.
Why can't she have good RNG like Drang does? You can't spell Drang without RNG, and he's good, so therefore it's good RNG.
Hey, what's yours, Hattercop?
What's happened?
Tell us why it's Hela. No, I'm just kidding.
I've done really well remembering
Do
what
it.
my answers were for everything. And I think this was kind of a tight one, but I think I agree with Krim, and it's Collector.
Collector
What?
one.
You all
Wait,
love
wait,
your
wait.
allies too much, is what I'm hearing. I get it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You agree with Krim? Holy
No, I agree with you all the time. Calm down.
crap.
Or is it Ronin? I guess Collector feels more like I'm losing to a gimmick, and Ronin
Yeah.
is just beating me up, which is whatever. Like he just, yeah.
Ronin was my second. Yeah.
What do you have, Americano?
The Hood. Evidently, I'm wrong.
Survey says
Evidently, I'm wrong
40%.
because everyone loves the hood, but I don't see it, guys. I freaking hate the hood.
It was
No,
like
there you
10%
go.
of people. Come on, that's not everyone. The answer was Ronan, and I think it's because of fanaticism. So we're not even going to give Ronan the good graces of showing his card. We'll just show fanaticism. 40% of people voted for Ronan, 12% for the Wrecking Crew, 11% for Collector 1, 11% for Nebula, and 26% for others. There were no votes for Hela. And no votes for Thanos.
course not.
So
Of
good
course
job.
not.
Our picks. All right. On the flip side, what was your favorite scenario of all time in Marvel Champions? If you could only keep one villain, who would you play forever?
Rhino. Rhino.
Rhino. I can respect that choice, actually.
I think I voted Crossbones.
Yeah, it's Rhino, Crossbones, or Durang are the ones that I always playtest my deck against. The first time.
I'm pretty sure I voted Red Skull because I think he's fun.
Yeah, I think he is too. I think Crossbones like hits the theme on the head. Plus, I really like Crossbones, and I really like beating Crossbones up. So,
But yeah, Rhino, Claw, Hela, they're all really great.
We already know Americano's answer, so we're just gonna ignore him.
Yeah, it's Hela. Whatever. Just go on to the next one.
hella fired up.
Oh, look at this. The answer was
Really?
Kang. 21% of people picked Kang.
Okay.
19% picked Mutagen Formula. 19%
Kang
with
is a
Hela,
lot of
and
fun.
16% with Red Skull.
Kang would be in my top.
Those are
least
four.
favorite.
Those are really.
Yeah, I really don't like them. I really don't like them.
Is it because it's long?
It's
Yeah,
it's a long. It is long.
He remembers that one 4-player game we played.
He's
He's like, I'll never play this guy again.
Never playing this. I'm never playing 4-player games again. Yep. No,
I remember.
I'm not wrong.
I remember I played this. I played Kang once. It started at like 11:30 at night. It was a bad choice.
Birds chirping when you were done.
Yeah.
The next three were Thanos, Claw, and Ultron. So
Claw's a
there
good
you go.
choice.
Congrats to Kang. Beat out Mutagen Formula this year.
All right.
Maybe due to the Loki movie or show. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. Least favorite hero.
Star-Lord.
Is he a hero or a villain?
With the amount of the encounter cards he deals you.
I hate the mechanics. I just don't like it. It's either Star-Lord or Groot.
Yeah, my answer is Groot. I do not enjoy playing Groot. I don't like that he has a forced response that makes it really hard to build up his tokens, and it makes me sad. I am not Groot.
Just play Groot without the force response part. Just air at him yourself.
Guys,
He's a lot more fun.
I think you're gonna hate me for this answer. I know Crimson is
Oh,
She-Hulk.
what the? You're nuts, dude.
Sorry.
She-Hulk has split personality. That card alone makes her top tier.
I don't think.
Did you just say
I
She-Hulk
didn't
in
say-
top tier?
I didn't say she. First of all, I don't agree with you that she's top tier. But I
First
didn't
of all,
say that
you're wrong. But
Let me explain to you something. She just is not fun for me. So there you go.
split personality one time through your deck draws you 6 cards. Captain Marvel just draws you a card every turn 6 times. Just saying.
Low.
I went with Groot. We had a She-Hulk vote. We had a... I don't even remember what you voted for. You were so wrong defending She-Hulk that it's gone.
I voted for Star-Lord or Groot.
Star-Lord, that's right. And
I hate
Addercop,
Star-Lord.
which hero is your least favorite to play?
I voted for Groot too, just because like it's a combination of me not caring about the character and mechanically just not really having a good time with it.
Are you all ready to rage out? Because in
What?
4th place was Doctor Strange. I think
Nice.
people don't like how broken he is.
He's
I don't
good.
know. I'm just
He's
telling you what people
fun.
voted for.
What?
Come on, Kennedy Hawk. Why'd you put that up on the screen? It's your fault.
Third
there you
place
go.
was
What?
She-Hulk.
Yes, that's right.
2nd place was
Okay.
Groot.
Yeah.
And with 93% of the votes, so maybe this is why all these other ones are in here.
Oh yeah, of course it's all.
So
What?
93% of people said Hulk was their least favorite community hero to play as. Least favorite to
Oh.
see at the table.
93%.
93%.
Can we
90
agree that?
All right.
Can we agree that we're gonna just play like a 4-player game of Hulk at Con of Heroes?
Dude,
How
Hulk
about
is so
a
fun.
3-player game of Hulk and I'll bring Drax, the real Hulk.
No. Hulkamania is never gonna die.
Dude, Hulk is so fun. I don't get it. Like, you guys aren't building the right Hulk, I guess.
I loved Hulk and I liked playing him until Drax came out, and then Hulk more or less became coaster fodder to me. I don't know. I'm with the
And
community
She-Hulk's
here.
amazing. And Doctor Strange, what?
Just
like-
because you enjoy them doesn't mean everyone enjoys them, Crimson.
He's the best hero in the game.
I think maybe people mistook this, or maybe people interpreted this as favorite hero design, and they think that maybe Doctor Strange is potentially slightly too powerful.
93%? Jeez.
Just about everyone that voted for Hulk. That's true.
Wow.
I'm gonna play Hulk for the rest of the year. That's just all there is to it. Sorry, everybody
know-
else.
All
You
right.
know what? I think I can form an allegiance here with you, Top, and let's do it.
The
If we
legions
were-
of Helga
if we were in person-
have frozen over, and we now have
If-
allegiances here.
If we were in person, Krim and I would be doing the handshake from Predator.
Hulk is fun.
Yeah.
He's great. He's wonderfully designed. He's enjoyable. You throw him in there with Justice, and he's amazing.
Well, you never know. Maybe the 7% of people that didn't hate Hulk will vote for him for favorite hero. So who is everyone's favorite hero to play?
Doctor Strange.
Iron Man.
Really?
Yep.
Your favorite hero to play is Iron Man,
Yes.
I mean,
not Drax.
Voltron's fun.
Drax is really. I'll play both of them, but yeah, Iron Man.
No, I wasn't like shocked that it was Iron Man because Iron Man is obviously really good. I'm shocked that it was not Drax after spending like 6 months with him being crazy about Drax.
Well,
That it's Iron Man.
Well, I mean, if it was favorite hero from my favorite hero from 2021 was Drax.
Sure. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm gonna pick Captain America, so
I feel
Number
like
two
I need
hero.
to be a Hawkeye stan, but right now my favorite hero to play is Ant-Man. So I'm going with Ant-Man.
he's so much fun.
Fourth place,
Cool.
Thor.
I'll take that.
You mean Thorth place?
Fourth place,
Yes.
God.
Yes.
No, that's bad.
Ant-Man. I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm happy.
So gray and red is the combo here.
Captain America.
Yeah.
He tried forever.
All right, now
And
who else
Venom.
has red in their hero kit?
Oh, it's probably still gonna be them.
Scarlet Witch.
Spider-Man.
Shut
What?
up.
Oh, Miss
What?
Marvel, the
What?
highest
How
community
is that a
picked hero.
Troll.
What an upset.
No. They
They did it
did
just to
that just to
troll.
spite us. That's
I
that's
don't-
what it-
I would say that maybe our fans have strong opinions, but I'm starting to think that maybe they're Miss Marvel fans, not our fans. I'm just kidding. Ms. Marvel had the most votes, so this was like a lot more evenly spread. Like there were a lot of heroes with like 5 to 6% like spread across. So Miss Marvel had 8% of votes to be in first place, so it was not nearly as polarizing as Hulk was. But
Wow,
every
so-
hero got a vote as well, which I thought was interesting. Even Hulk got a vote.
At a cup.
It wasn't, no, it wasn't me.
So we have to play. Well, yeah. Congrats to Kang.
Yeah, so congrats
And
to
Miss
Kang
Marvel.
and Miss Marvel, despite what Crimson is dying over right now. So this 2-week
I'm not-
period,
I'm
or
not
however
great.
long this period, MCM
I'm not doing
challenge
it.
will be play against Kang as Miss Marvel. If you're gonna play in multiplayer, you can even do what we did as fools and play 4 copies of Miss Marvel against Kang
No.
and see how long that game takes.
No,
Wake
don't
Crimson
do it.
up when it's over. Just ping him every 5 minutes and give him an update. He'll love that. But that was the first annual Champys. So I guess
Can
it's
it
not
play
annual
as
yet,
Kang versus Miss Marvel?
First ever Champys.
The first ever Champys. Thanks for
We didn't
tuning
go-
in, and be sure to vote next year.
Thanks,
We didn't
guys.
go home with any Champies.
This
we
was
didn't
pretty
get-
fun.
We didn't get a Champy.
I mean, other than the Miss Marvel thing, that's just wow.